today, where we are in Procreate. So I'm just going to copy this one because that is the right size for me. I want it to be nice and big. So I know this is A1 size. So what I'll do now is just get rid of the layers. And then I'm going to take a photo of my We're All Mad Here artwork. And that's going to be what we use. Okay. Done. Now back into Procreate, and then we simply go add a photo, which I'll do off screen. Okay. Get some music happening here. So I'm basically going to trace this. So I just want to get it nice and centered, maybe a little bit smaller. Okay, done. And then we'll do a new layer. Now I probably won't get this done all today, as I've got to get to an appointment in about half an hour, but we'll get started. I think I'll use, excuse me, either the studio pen or the gel pen for today. Put my glasses on. We'll try the gel. What have I got here? The studio pen. Oh, excuse me. Okay, let's just see how we go here. Oh. Okay. So when I do a physical drawing like this, where it's sort of more based on typography, and then I'm doing lots of doodling around it, I just start with a very simple writing. Have I got one here where I can show you? Here's another one that I've done, but I literally just start with very simple lines and then I build up each letter. So I'll probably do the same with this, just get that line done and then I can come back and build up the letters when I don't necessarily need to be using the physical in the background as my reference. Because I don't know about you, sometimes when I'm actually tracing something, when I remove the reference image that I'm using to trace, it doesn't look anywhere near as good. So I'm expecting that. So I'm just going to do the base to show you what I mean. Like, look how basic that looks. So when I've done everything, I'll take the background image off and then go and just like do the details and make it really nice finish just in here by itself. So this is my We're All Mad Here artwork. I did this quite a few years ago, and I do actually have this available for sale on my website, rondeldesigns.com, as a printable artwork now, so you can download this as is, and it's $5 Australian, and I can't remember what size. I think it might be A3 size, whereas this one's going to be A1, so really big. So you get the file in A1 size, and then obviously you can print at a smaller size if you want to. You don't have to print it at that size. But I just thought I'll digitize it as well. And then I can do a few different options, because I'd love to see how it looks with all of these doodlings that I've done coloured in, all different colours, rather than just having that green as a feature. And then maybe I also keep it as like a colouring in poster, so just don't have any colouring the backgrounds at all, because I have a section on my website where I've got that too. They're pretty much all mostly A1 size again, so you can get it printed really big and have it like as a group colouring in poster at either your workplace or for your kids at home, or if you're homeschooling, it's fun just to break the day up. Because creativity is super important, and colouring in is a really good, easy, creative outlet for kids and adults. It's very stress relieving. So to have these colouring in posters that they can just be sort of on the wall, just go and play with when they want to. Okay, we're all mad here. Okay, that's the base, we'll do. Now, of course, I could just create a brand new one of these, but I am trying to get a lot more artwork as digital downloads onto my website as possible. So using my time efficiently, working smarter, not harder, just to get some existing artwork up. Something I always do when I'm working on Procreate is try and remember to lift the pencil up quite regularly, because if you need to go backwards, like back a step because you've made a mistake, it's a lot easier to just have it go back a little bit. I've just made that smaller so it's a thinner line, because there's nothing worse than when you've had your pen down for ages and then you do a back step because you've made a mistake, and it like takes away all the work you've done. So always recommend lifting your pencil up in regular intervals for that reason. Oh my gosh, my nose is so runny all of a sudden. Oh, sleep. I get allergies, and I did have a antihistamine, but apparently it's not working now that I'm going live, which is fun for me. Oh man. Did I just get a text message from someone? Maybe Damien. Oh yeah, that's cool. You know what? Maybe I actually, now that I've just about done that border, maybe I don't do a border. Yeah, I'm actually thinking I'm not going to do a border. Isn't that funny? Okay. let's just keep going. I think I'll do another layer just so the words are separate. Actually, we'll keep that. This is the words still. And you can just move the image around as you need it moved in Procreate, just with 2 fingers. So you can squeeze together to make smaller, push out away from each other to make it bigger. So you could use this technique where you're kind of just tracing over. If you've done an artwork or a sketch in your sketchbook that you like, but want to just give it a bit of a nicer finish or digitize it, and you're just sort of going over the top of it as the base and then finishing it off. Okay. I've done it a lot with my original paintings as well. Made them into digital artworks. So this is a really fun way to create some of your own artwork for your walls using one of your favourite quotes. And like I said, you start with just a very simple drawing of your quote and then you just build it up. And I'm happy to, maybe I do a tutorial on that sometime. I've taught it as an in-person workshop several times, and the people that have attended who have said, oh, you know, I'm not a good drawer, have always ended up doing a really good job and, actually surprising themselves. So that black screen just went all black then because I hadn't closed off that shape properly. So if you see, you can actually fill a colour by dragging the colour and putting it inside the shape, and that should just do the shape. If you haven't closed it off properly, like if I was to do that, that just fills the whole space. So we just always have to make sure that if you're trying to fill a shape, you actually close, make sure the shape is, oh, what happened then? Okay. Because this is quite a big file, sometimes I find it gets a little bit finicky. Okay, we're up to the here. So because I'm doing A1 size, you can only do 4 layers instead of multiple layers, which you can normally do in Procreate. And I don't do all of my images in this size. It's just the ones that I'm wanting to sell as a digital download on my website and my Etsy shop that I'll do it this way. I've actually just opened a brand new Etsy shop. I did have a physical product Etsy shop under my brand Rundell Designs, but I've sort of moved away from physical products. And I'm going to do a series for my YouTube channel about how my brand new Etsy shop goes, like setting up a new Etsy shop in 2023, because I thought that would just be a really interesting series and good for me to really learn a bit more about marketing, because I've never been really good at marketing. And you kind of need to be in business, you know? It's kind of important to be good at marketing. Okay, so I've moved it to another layer because I think I want to do the images separate to the words. And then once I'm happy with them all, I can obviously combine them. I might not even colour that in black if we're thinking colouring in page. I've just put some random music on. I think I'll change that though. Oh, this is the same guy. Let's just put some other stuff on. Gosh, my nose. Oh my gosh. Oh, this is not fun for me with this allergy situation. Okay. And if you think you can't draw, this is a good one to do as well. When I have run this class as an in-person workshop, so many people are like, oh, I can't draw. Mine's going to be terrible. And if you look at the line work in this, in the original, it's pretty basic. It's not really beautifully finished lines. Some of them are quite messy. But the beauty with like doodling and Zentangles and anything like that is it's actually quantity over quality of drawing, and individual, like if you look really closely at individual line work, it's pretty dodgy, but because it comes together in one big beautiful picture, you're not looking at the individual bad line work in here. You're just seeing the overall impact of the finished image. Like those hearts are really like, could be much more better line work, but you know. So if you're someone who tells yourself that you can't draw or you're not creative, highly recommend giving this type of thing a go, where you just start, if you can either do a mandala where you start with a simple flower and just work your way around, or start with a word like, or a saying like this one, like I've done a little quote. And then once you do the word, you're just adding to it. So I know this one, it's probably a bit hard to visualize how it all works because I am just tracing it to digitize it in Procreate. But I will do a tutorial on how to do this. I think that'll be a really good one. Let's have a look at that. That looks terrible. I might just do that without the background there so I can get it looking nice. The beauty with Procreate too is you can just rub out any little lines, but I wouldn't over rub. Like sometimes I find with Procreate you can get a little bit too perfectionistic, and this type of artwork is all about good mental health, relaxation, mindfulness. You're in the moment, just adding lines as you feel drawn to, rather than going, oh, I need to get this picture looking beautiful and perfect. It's just not about that. So you do need to be wary of going over the top with your perfectionist tendencies if you do have them. I don't. I've never been one of those people that's like needs to get things perfect. I'm definitely a done is better than perfect kind of gal. Because otherwise I would never get anything done. I mean, don't get me wrong, when I come through at the end of this, I will go through with my little eraser tool and clean up any dodgy, super dodgy bits. But while I'm creating, I'm not worrying too much about that stuff. So let's actually finish these nice. Might make them a bit bigger. And you can really play around with the thickness of your pencil. Which is great for getting a nice smooth line as well. What is this song? Oh. Anyone else watching Daisy Jones and the Six on Amazon Prime? I absolutely love it. I binge watched the first 3 episodes last night. So good. I didn't know about Riley Keough before this. I only found her through Baz Luhrmann's Instagram when I was looking at the stuff from, like the promo stuff from the Elvis movie, which I'm obsessed with as well. And she's Elvis's granddaughter, Lisa Marie's daughter. So sad that she passed away. Okay, I'll probably go for another few minutes. I'm obviously not going to get this finished in one setting unless I was able to go for a few hours, but I can't today. See how it's just like a matter of, it's just a matter of repetition with the letters and just gradually thickening up those lines until you're happy with them. which I'm pretty happy with that. And this is basically the same technique I use when I'm doing the physical typography art as well. I just, like I said, start with a real baseline for the quote and then add the detail as I go. Don't like that one. Okay. Okay. So I've done round 1, which is defining those letters. My phone is about to die and I've got to get back to my work, other stuff. So we'll leave that here and I will resume on another live probably tomorrow, hopefully, or later tonight. Thanks for watching. If you come and watch this replay, and let me know in the comments if there's any specific sort of thing you'd like to see relation to Procreate or digital art or this type of typography art work or anything else like that. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.